What do you know about color correction? And did you know you can use color correction to fix any flaws or distractions on your face without having to layer more makeup over it, which is not a friend to mature skin? You are in the right place if you want more youthful under eyes, correcting the flaws, and you want to know a little bit more about color correction over 40. This is Demi color. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I am Michelle Spieler. I'm the creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass. I created a masterclass of over 20 videos for mature technique because I love mature women. And I noticed as my face started changing in my late 30s, then into my 40s, and really, wow, did I see a difference starting at 53. I knew that we had to do things differently. And I knew if I was struggling with an aging face as a 25-year pro, gosh, what about the average woman? And so I love to educate. And so you can always find that link. Anytime you click on a video title, like this title today will probably be called Demi Color Correction, or Why I Love Demi, or Color Correction over 40. I don't know what it's going to be called yet, but you click on the title and a whole menu drops down, because I still get a lot of comments saying, how do I get a free color match? It's always in the drop down. You have to click on the video title and you'll get your drop down links. And you can always ask for a free color match, even if you're under another artist. I'm becoming very aware that most saint artists, I would say over 80%, don't understand Demi. They don't like it. They don't understand it. And so they steer everyone away from it, when it was really designed to color correct, look like skin, and it's a mature woman's best friend. It's absolutely incredible. And it was my gateway drug to saint. I would not be with saint if it wasn't for Demi. So I'm happy you're here. Okay, so first things first, when I'm gonna do just a Demi face, Demi is when you wanna look really natural. You want that beautiful kind of French look, effortless, chic beauty. People could be real close up to your face and you just look beautiful, okay? We're going to correct the most notable distractions, but I'm not painting out every single sunspot on my face, okay? I'm going to a dermatologist next week. She is going to burn my face off with a chemical peel, and then I'm gonna do a series of them, and she said I will have more porcelain-like skin after a series of chemical peels, because I just wanna get off any type of pigmentation, sunspots, freckles that I see forming on my forehead. I can see light freckles forming. I've never had freckles on my forehead in my whole life, and they're just gonna come to the surface and get darker. I'm excellent about SPF. I never go a day without SPF. Even when I'm indoors all day near a window, I have SPF on. It helps too to always have an SPF that feels like skincare and not like an icky SPF. So this is the beauty of Joseon. It is my #1 of all time. It's Korean. It's a 50, and when I put it on, it just melts into the skin like skincare. It does not feel like an SPF, which made me leery. But many dermatologists and cosmetic chemists and labs have tested this, and sure enough, it's a 50 or higher. And every time it was tested in a lab, it proved itself. So I'm a fan of that for life, okay? I also want you to know that I never wear Demi totally alone. I am a tinted a tinted moisturizer girl. I have been since 2003. I was wearing foundation. I was 36 and I was like, my skin's not as pretty as it used to be. I'm looking a little cakey, and I can't remember what I was using at the time. It doesn't matter. But a woman came into Fred Siegel Boutique, which I worked at for a whole 6 months. And she came in and she was in her 40s and she had way more beautiful skin than I did, and I was only 36. And she came in for the Bobbi Brown tinted moisturizer, and I was like, light bulb click, right? And I'm like, that's it. I just need tinted moisturizer and I will look beautiful. I don't need foundation. And that was the trick. And I've worn tinted moisturizer ever since 2003. You'll see me testing foundations here on YouTube. You'll see me testing a lot of foundations on TikTok because women like foundation, and women who maybe haven't taken as good of care of their skin, or women who maybe have more sun damage and they want some coverage. They want to wear more foundation. They want to wear a heavier coverage. So I try to provide really good videos on foundations that I think are pretty enough on mature skin without making you look real cakey or dry, okay? You are also gonna see more of my TikToks coming here to YouTube. We have YouTube Shorts where you can download videos up to a minute. So I just take off the TikTok watermarks and I'm gonna start downloading them here onto YouTube because it's a completely different platform over there, and a lot of my demographic here doesn't want to be on TikTok, and I get it. I do, I get it. I don't know how safe TikTok is, to be quite honest, and I don't want to trash them because it's what built me up to who I am today, and I'm very thankful to TikTok, and I love TikTok, and I love my friends over there, and I love my audience. But it's owned by the Chinese, and there are some very, very serious concerns about personal data and national security. So I've decided to bring my TikToks over here for those of you who are never planning on going on TikTok, but you want to see my silly side, or you want to see how I teach in 1 minute or less. It's not easy, but man, has it sharpened my skills. It has sharpened my education skills to teach something in under a minute. But this is why I love YouTube, because those of you who are here on YouTube, you like education, and I'm about education. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so if you are in my international audience, I'm going to be doing color correction this Saturday using the French brand that I've talked about, the French brand that was really what led me to looking at Demi, okay? Because I'm not even going to get into this right now, but it's not easy to navigate their website, and they ship from France, and anyway. Demi are colored waxes, and they have various amount of pigments. So your O1s, or not O1s, anything that ends in a 1, is like 10% opacity. So just a little bit of pigment mixed into a lot of wax. Anything that now starts going into the 3s, like O3, which is the best for under eye, O3 now has, what, 30% pigment, and then you start getting into the 5s, the 7s, 5s and 7s have more pigment, but still look like skin. And you're gonna see, because I'm gonna demonstrate this today. So I've started with Jones Road Beauty. If you haven't seen it, I did a whole video last week. I love this. This is the What the Foundation, WTF, What the Foundation. I'm in color light. And to me, it's like a skincare with a tint. In fact, she calls it a cream tint. So What the Foundation is actually not a good representation of this. This is not foundation. She's just playing on it. That's why it's called What the Foundation. It's a cream tint, so it feels like skincare with a little bit of color in it. So I would say instead of a tinted moisturizer, it's a tinted cream. For oily skin or combo skin, you do not need any skincare under this. Wash your face, tone if you need to, snail mucin if you love my snail mucin, SPF. Wait a couple minutes. You always have to wait for that SPF to really absorb. And then you go into this, and I show in the video how little I use. So little. Because if you use too much, no bueno. Okay? So that is all over my face because I would never use Demi alone. Now, my friend Amanda does. If you don't know Amanda Hill, go check her out. She's here on YouTube. I met Amanda on TikTok. She changed my life by challenging me to try Demi. And I started with 3 colors. That's it. I started with 3 colors, and I wasn't sure how I felt because I was using the wrong brushes. I didn't want to order Demi brushes. I was using the wrong brushes, and I was putting it on too heavy, and it was creasing. And her whole point is, let's cover our under eye, or let's correct our under eye without creasing. Now, I've seen Amanda close up in person. her skin is about as close to flawless as you can get. She's 40 years old, and her skin is like an angel from heaven. Like, I couldn't stop staring at her. No pores, no pigmentation, like beautiful skin. She claims she's had melasma. I couldn't see any traces. Her skin is crazy beautiful. She's also 40. So we know that when she's 55, my age, and I'll be 70, I'll be checking in on her. You better believe it. How's that Demi working for you? Huh? How's that creasing? Just kidding. Demi can crease a little bit, but I'm going to show you how you can work that out, okay? So here's the brushes that I feel you need, because I did not start with Demi brushes and I did not have success. So it really took some new brushes, and I'm going to show you what I use. I like the bright brush. It's a little bit thicker, and I love it for tear troughs. I love it around here. I love it for small but larger areas, if that makes sense. And then the fluffy side's amazing, and I'll show you that in a minute. I love the spot brush. The spot brush is great for, look, I left you a little blemish, or we're gonna do a little sunspot. I love this teeny tiny brush. And then, ooh, we got the fluffy side. Love the fluffy side, okay? And then the shape brush is great for adding some pretty color to the face, okay? And then you've got this side if we wanna do this for anything, okay? Hey, I'm gonna use some Bella today. I'm sure you're not surprised. I'm gonna use some Bella. I think Amanda goes in with like 07, and she might kind of tone her face to look warm with 07. It's beautiful on her. I don't want to use 07. 07's gorgeous. 07 is for my ethnic women. This is why I bought this whole thing. I wanted this in my pro kit. I do commercial work. High def camera is not forgiving. It shows everything. 07 is beautiful under ethnic skin eyes where they get dark. The red, amazing for women who get really dark down here and they can get ashy. Because if you put a skin tone over dark skin, it's still gonna go ashy. So you need warmth. So I love the red for under women's eyes who are Indian or Persian and they get super dark purple, black almost. And then women who get that really, really dark perimeter of their face, the red is amazing. Then you can put makeup over it, okay? So color correction is incredible. You can see the Y01, which I'll use today, which is great for countering red. You can see this beautiful violet one is so pretty for if anyone is kind of sallow looking, but I'm gonna really show you the few colors that pretty much any Caucasian woman can wear. And then if you are Asian, Latino, Black, East Indian, we can always adjust, okay? We can always adjust. I can match anybody, I promise. First of all, can we talk about these new palettes that just came out? Oh, I mean, I'm an Apple girl. I'm not an Android, I'm Apple. I'm not Microsoft, I'm Apple. So when I saw an all white compact, I could not wait to get this. Look at this. This is a mirror, it's frosted because I haven't peeled it off yet, but oh, it's so pretty. I can't wait to use it. I haven't filled it yet, it just arrived. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna start with a little Bella, okay? I'm gonna warm up the face because when we warm up the face, and I'm gonna take, you know what, I'm gonna do, where is, well, I guess we are doing we can do the shape brush too, but we'll do the bronzer brush. So you know how much I love my Bella. And I'm gonna do this exact same look on Saturday using the French cream brand, the French waxes, because for those of you who are in Australia or Quebec or various parts of Europe, I want you to be able to color correct because it's life-changing when you are mature skin and you don't want layers and layers of anything on your face. then you can color correct. And I'm super excited to teach you. I'm super excited. I love my international audience. I'm so honored that you tune in knowing that a ton of the stuff that I talk about, you can't get. You can't get a lot of the stuff I talk about in Europe, South Africa, Australia, and yet you tune in anyway. That means a lot to me, so I'm not leaving you out. Okay, then I take my standout sponge. Y'all know how much I love this. Do you see how I'm just pouncing it? It's like it presses the Bella into my face. By the way, y'all, I got a cartilage piercing. Don't do it. Okay, that's my public service announcement. Most of you are probably like, gross, I would never get that. Oh, well, there's some of you who might, and I'm telling you right now, look at this ear. That's over a week ago. Okay, yeah, we're not having a good time. It's angry, it's mad, I can't sleep on it. Not such a great decision. Not such a great decision. Okay, now I'm gonna put some Bella in my crease. Now I have, those of you who know me well, I have the MAC paint pot all over my eyelid in Painterly. And now we're gonna go in and I'm gonna do the Bella in my crease, because this is gonna be the kind of makeup where we're gonna look very beautiful close up, okay? I think you all know that. I do makeup that looks good close up. I am not here to teach you smoke and mirrors. I want you to feel and look beautiful and confident close up with any of your girlfriends who can say, girl, you're not looking good. Girl, you're looking cakey. You know, we all have those friends who are super honest with us, and that's why we're friends with them, because we know they have our back. I want your friends to go, what the hell are you doing differently? You look amazing. Okay, so we have that little tiny bit of Bella. That's it, that's all we got. Okay, here we go. Here's where the fun starts. 03. We're gonna take some 03. And remember, right here, do you see I'm very reddish purple blue? Like it's really very purple, but purple is really kind of red and blue mixed together, right? So when you look at blue and purple on the color wheel, oh, can you see that? Across from it, you have the peaches and the reds, okay? So we're gonna go in with the 03. Okay, and I want you to watch this. I'm just going in to the tear trough, and I'm going up the side of my nose because I do have a vein that runs on both sides. Some of us do. Some of us have a vein on one side. Some of us have a vein on two sides, okay? Now look at that. I want you to see that close up. See that color correction? And look over here. See? Do you see the difference? Okay. I'm also gonna go in I have little blue veins right here. Now I also have veins out here, but I'm not gonna worry about those today because remember, we're only gonna hit the areas where we're the most distracted. What's distracting us? Well, maybe I will hit a couple areas because they're looking pretty blue today. And that's why I like to put Bella on first, because Bella's warm, so it can kind of like help those veins. But so I just put, and I'm just hitting a couple areas. We're not gonna go in and paint over every vein. Nobody has time for that. But when we look at our face, what distracts us? For me, when I look at my face, I see a lot of red. I see the dark dents. I see a big sunspot here. Of course, my gels, I can't do anything about that. And side note, please don't ask me what to do about marionette lines or any, you cannot color correct three-dimensional issues, okay? So do you see how beautiful that looks? See that? Compared to that, look at that. But when I do this, do you see my dents are still there? We can't color correct three-dimensional issues. I don't know how to make that more clear. I get so many private messages from you who are upset about the I don't have the fat pads, but some women have the puffy fat pads and the dents. You cannot do anything about three-dimensional issues except surgery. Now, you can darken the fat pad to knock it back, and you can highlight the dent to bring it forward, and then you're kind of helping that three-dimensional issue. But anytime you turn your head in person, people are still going to see dents and hills and valleys on our face. Okay, there's nothing you can do to color correct three-dimensional issues. I say that with love, okay? I'm talking about my own face here. I'm talking as a 25-year makeup artist. I'm talking about someone who has had every age and ethnicity in my chair, including men. I do a lot of makeup on men. This whole week, I'm going back to ESPN and I'm doing tons of makeup on men. It comes down to three-dimensional issues and really good lighting. And I can't walk around with this beautiful light. I wish I could. Okay, so when you say, gosh, Michelle, the Demi looks so good on you, I can't get it to look good on me. Do you walk around with a big box light? I have a huge box light in front of me. Do you have, and a window? I have a window too. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this side plain because I want you to see what we're doing next. Now I'm gonna go in with 01. 01 is a lighter version of 03. And remember, it has less pigment. And I'm gonna go into the rest of my under eye. Now, I'm not taking it all the way up to the lashes because we don't want to look puffy. If you bring concealer or color correction too close to the lashes, it's gonna make your under eyes look puffy. Look at that brightness. Do you see that? And when I tell you, I'm just lightly feathering it on. And I'm going in the areas where, around 03, okay? Does that make sense? I'm going in areas around 03. Now, how I just used 03 and 01 around my eye, let's say you're deeper. Let's say you are deeper Asian skin, you are light Hispanic, you're kind of more J-Lo. What you would use around your eye is you would use some 03 in your tear trough because we need that peach to counteract the blue purple. But instead of using 01, because that would be way too light on you, because see how light it is, you're gonna use Y01. I did this on my friend Carla, who is Hispanic, and she got real tan this summer. This Y01 was stunning under her eyes, and she loves it. You'll use Y01, okay? So some of you, you're gonna use Y01, okay? Okay, so I am super happy with how that looks. Also, another thing I love is I like to take a little of the Y01, or the 01. I like to do my brow. Look at that. Do you see how that adds that beautiful dimension and pop under the eyebrow? Look at that. I love that. Okay, now it's time to color correct red. I'm gonna go in with Y01. Now before, you've seen me use GY1, green yellow one. Green yellow one is my winter color to color correct red. But in the summer, I need Y01 because it's yellow orange, and yellow orange corrects blue and purple. And our redness has a ton of blue in it. I never knew that until I really started studying it. And now I can see the blue. I can see the blue on my face. I can see the blue on my sister who has rosacea. I see the blue now. But before, I just saw red, or I saw pink. That's our left brain. I don't know if you've ever studied right brain, left brain. Our left brain tries to shortcut everything, okay? So our left brain will do an eyeball that looks like a football shape with just a circle in the middle. Boom, shortcut, there's an eye. The right brain will draw the shape as it really is, and really draw the pupil and, you know, draw all the individual lashes. That's right brain. So when you teach your right brain to really see what's really there and not shortcut it with the left brain, you will start seeing the blue in your face. And it's kind of weird how you have that shift. So I just took out all, I have a little bit more here. And see this little, I have indentations from wearing readers. I haven't even worn readers today, I don't think. Maybe this morning I did. It takes hours to let those disappear. You know why? Because we don't have that cushiony collagen in our face. We're starting to lose it all. So now our eyeglasses and sunglasses really take hours to fill back in. Okay, so here's more why I won, because right here, I'm purple. I'm real purple on my chin. And do you see this fluffy brush? I'm just really, I'm putting it on real gentle. Now, for those of you with deeper skin, if you have a blemish, okay, because I'm about to cover this blemish in a minute. If you are black skin and you have a blemish or really deep island or deep East Indian, you're gonna need 07, but you might even need some red, R7. It's one of those things I won't know till I see your photo. But we are gonna go in with the spot brush. I'm gonna take some Y01. That little blemish there. I was so happy to see it. Isn't that weird? Normally we'd be like, doggone it, I'm filming today and I got a blemish. Nope. I'm like, thank you, God. Thank you for this blemish, because it's gonna help women to see what blemish, right? Where'd it go? Okay, so I want you to see this. See my beautiful lit up under eye? And then look at this one. You can see blue throughout here, real light blue and purple. You can see some purple out here, and then we've got the reddish purple right here. Here, looking pretty darn good, huh? And I can tell you, I have a 10-time magnification mirror. My under eye looks 100% like I used an illuminating eye cream and I have zero makeup on. Zero. It looks like I have zero makeup on. That's because wax is our friend. Wax looks like skin, okay? Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm going into 01. I just wanted you to see the difference. I'm sorry, this is 03. I wanted you to see the difference between the two sides. I got some good sleep last night. Why is there hair in my face? I have a few veins. I have a vein over here that I cannot stand. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you my one criticism about these brushes. I do like that they're double-ended because you get two brushes in one, and that's really nice. But when you are looking in a magnification mirror, these are too long. We need shorter brushes. Oh, and by the way, I store them in here, but I don't store them up and down because they have brushes down here, right? And I don't want to bend them or hurt their shape. So I buy these on Amazon. They come in like a 3-pack. Okay, they open up really wide, but they close up nice and flat. I bought these for really travel. Look at that, see? And I just lay them on their side. They take up more space when you lay them on their side, but you have to because the Saint brushes are double-ended. But hopefully I can talk to the Saint and get them to make shorter travel brushes, or for women who need to look close up in magnification mirrors, it's hard with a long brush. Okay, so I kind of took out that tiny little vein over here. Now, I'm gonna go in with blush. It's time for blush. You can see on my face, all I have is Jones Road cream tint. I have Bella in my crease and all over my face to warm me up. And then I have the Demi. Oh, I didn't even do my 01. I have the Demi under the eyes, and I have the Y01 to color correct. Here's 01. And do you see how I angle up? Lifts that outer eye. Now, I know some of you here are in your 60s. I even have some women in their 70s. I get it. I'm not there yet. I get it. Okay, we're gonna go back to 01 in a minute. But you can still color correct at any age. You absolutely can color correct at any age. Okay, I'm gonna take my shape brush. I'm gonna go into R5. It's like Barbie pink. It is so cute. And this is why we need the shape brush, because it puts it on so sheer. It is the color of, you know, when like you maybe exercise or go in a sauna or take a nice walk and you come back and you just have that beautiful natural flush. That's R5. It is so pretty and it works on almost any skin coloring. Now we also make an RV5, which has more blue tone, but I really like the R5. I'll even take a tiny bit on the nose, just a tiny bit, because that's what my generation does. We do the nose too, okay? Isn't that pretty? And look at it close up. See how it looks like skin? I'm all about looking pretty close up, y'all. I'm gonna go a little brighter because high def intensifies pinks and reds, but in person, I wanna look like I have nice blush on. Okay, look at that. Is that cute? I might even wanna take a little bit. Oh yeah. You know how I love to bring my blush into my outer eye just for a cohesive look. And then that little bit of pink over the veins helps to further warm any veins we have. I think that's so cute. I think that's so cute. Now, watch this next thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to 01. I keep going back between my professional and my personal. I'm gonna go back to 01. I'm gonna go down the center of my nose a bit, but this is where the magic happens. Watch this. I go from the tear trough down the side of the nose just a little bit, and then I feather out. And what that does is it pops my cheek out more because I have volume down here, but I've lost all my volume here. And it kind of helps look like I'm not only highlighted without having any frost. By highlighted, I don't mean like a frost, but like, do you see the difference? Like I don't have it here and I have it here, and it just pops. And again, we're putting it on with the feathery side. I go down from the tear trough, I go down the side of the nose, just right here, just a little bit, and then I fan it out. And then it makes me look like I have a little bit more volume at the top. Now, I know I say not to just do smoke and mirrors and tricks that look good on camera or in photo. If you were in my face in person, it doesn't look like I'm doing anything weird. It just looks very pretty and natural, okay? And then remember, we've got that 01 up on our brow bone. Oh, I don't think I put it up here. I don't think I did it on this side, did I? Oh yeah, that instantly pops. Okay, so there's my Demi. Now I'm gonna real quick go in with NV+1. Some of you have said NV+1 is being discontinued, It is not. It is being transferred over to the Saint side. So it's going to come in a larger tin. I know this firsthand from the owner of the company. So if any of you have heard that NV+1 is being discontinued, it's just not going to be on the Demi side. It's going to be over on the Saint side. And I have that on good authority. Now, I like a little bit of that NV+1. In that outer corner. Do you see that? Just in the outer corner. Do you see the difference? It's very subtle. And if you look under my eye, it just looks like natural shadow, like my lashes are casting a shadow, not that I put makeup there. Now, some of you cannot wear NV+1 on your eyes. Your eyelids are too oily. Some women have oily eyelids. Some women have a normal amount of oil. I'm normal. I'm pretty normal. I have a little bit of oil on my eyelids. I'm not wearing any shadows today. I just have Bella and this NV1 because this is supposed to be, even though this is a lengthy tutorial, this is supposed to be fast, pretty, out the door makeup. And I promise you can do all of this in like you could probably do your whole face in easily under 10 minutes and fool the whole world. People will literally think you just rolled out of bed and looked gorgeous. Okay, so I have it smoked a little bit up here. Okay, now you know it's not a video unless I've used, oh darn it, I did not just do that. I have to do my waterline. I just have to. It's just, I don't recognize myself without it. So that's that Give by Gwen Stefani. I absolutely love it. It does not transfer to the lower at all. My lower rim stays 100% clean. That said, just don't know till you try. You don't know until you try. Everyone has to be their own guinea pig, okay? But look at how cute that is. Okay, I want to show you what else. I'm gonna do my mascara off camera because I don't want to take up any more time. And I'm gonna also go blow dry my hair and then I'll come right back. Okay, so that's my favorite BFF Color Pop. It is my favorite lip liner I've ever owned as far as coloring. It doesn't stay on as well as like a Pat McGrath or MAC or who else stays? Oh, Makeup Forever. It doesn't stay on as long as those brands, but for like $5-6, it's literally my favorite color. Okay, we're gonna also take a little R5, which is in my cheeks. Look how pretty that looks. Because it doesn't look like I put anything. And then we're gonna go in with my Lawless lip plumping balm. I love the color Cherry Vanilla because it almost has the tiniest bit of pink, sheer pink, just tiny. You can buy it in clear too, but just the tiniest bit of sheer pink. I mean, I'm sorry, I would feel so proud to be up close in any of your faces in person and feel like so proud of my age. Okay, watch this. Do you see how much setting spray I use? I use a lot because it locks it in. Now here's where the magic comes in for the under eye. We're gonna spray setting spray on the back of our hand. We're gonna take the corner of the stands out sponge And we're gonna go into that under eye and a little bit more where I put, yeah. And guess what? We're not gonna crease at all. We are not gonna crease at all. It's amazing. I love this airbrush. This is Charlotte Tilbury. It comes in this size, but I also love the travel sizes. And sometime when this is sold out nationally, you can buy the mini size for, I think the mini size might be 15. This is in the 30s, but it's always, always in my pro kit 100% of the time. And I love it for me more than anything I've tried. The milk setting spray is also good if you're looking for a clean version. To be honest, I haven't checked these ingredients, and it feels a little bit like I've hairsprayed my face, and I'm okay with that because guess what? I care more about having my makeup stay and look pretty at the end of the day, and if this is what it takes, this is what it takes. Okay, I'll be back. All right, I'm back. I have on my mascara. I did go up into my outer crease with a little bit of that Envy one. I just kind of went like a little side V, just add a little more dimension to my eye. I just ate a full Peruvian chicken meal. My lips still look great. I'm not even gonna touch them up. One thing I forgot to show you though was covering a sunspot. So we're gonna take 03. If you are deeper skin, you might have to mix some 07 in with it, but I don't. My sunspots are light enough. And one of the things I love about tinted moisturizer or the tinted cream, then the Bella, then the R5 blush is now you've kind of masked any sunspots, okay? So I can still see one right here. And I like to do this lastly because if you put on the 03 and then put everything over it, you're probably just going to disrupt it. I have a little teeny mark here that's developing. And that's it. I mean, I have sunspots up here. I have tons of sunspots right here, but my hair kind of covers it. And because they're on the side of my face, they're not a distraction to me, right? To me. Then you can always take over the sunspot, real important. Again, go in with your sponge, okay? And let that dry. And final thoughts. You noticed I did not powder. I do my setting spray and then I wait a few minutes to make sure my skin is really good and dry, okay? Setting spray first because it locks everything in. Then where you need it only, and I look pretty good, I don't need much powder, but I'm gonna go through the T-zone just because a lot of you love powder, or if you're more oily, that's okay. You can use a little powder. Okay? And then also, if you like, a little bit on the outside of your face so that your hair doesn't stick to any of the creams and waxes. You can do some on the outside of the face. And we do powder lastly, not setting spray last, powder last. So do that setting spray, get it good and dry, and then go in and powder, and look at that. I still have the beautiful sheen from the waxes and the Bobbi Brown or the Jones Road, but I've hit the hot spots so I don't look greasy, okay? And now you can't see any of my sunspots, and my under eyes look great. Let me see if there's any creasing. Zero creasing. So this is why I love Demi, okay? And on the very final note, I will tell you that I did not love Jones Road Beauty at first. It really took me, I loved this right out the gate, but I didn't put a lot on. But I didn't like a lot of her products, and you really have to play with them to find that sweet spot. Now, some things are just not gonna be worth it for you. Some things you're gonna want to return because you've tried and tried and tried and they didn't work. But I'm so glad I didn't give up on this. I love it. It makes my skin look gorgeous. Anastasia, Beverly Hills, she has this brand or this product called Brow Freeze, and it really lifts the brows and holds them in place. It's like, I call it a bra for the brows. Hated it when I bought this in the spring, returned it to Ulta. They just sent it to me recently in PR, and I love it because I watched some videos and I played with it. Demi, I did not love Demi at first on me, but the reason I kept at it is because I trusted Amanda. Her under eyes looked beautiful. And what was my alternative? Concealer, which always made me feel cakey and creasy and more aged under the eye. Now, if you want to see a concealer video, I have some great concealers that I love. And I do wear them some days. I don't wear Demi every day, but I wear Demi most days because I want to look pretty close up. But I do have a concealer video coming in the fall. But I kept at this because I believed it worked, and I just had to play with it and find my sweet spot. Unfortunately, there is a learning curve. And for some of you, there is even a learning curve for the 3D. And it just takes playing with it. You have to really play with it. The French waxes, which I'm going to be talking about Saturday for my international audience. Didn't like these at first, had to really play with it. These e.l.f. Halo Glows. You know, everyone was comparing it to the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, which is one of my favorite products ever made on the history of the planet. In fact, this looks great with Demi. So I bought these. This one is this number 2? This was so yellow and ugly on me. I absolutely hated it. So then I tried number 3, which is more peach, and it's okay. You know, it's okay. I'm not going to return them because I got them from elf.com. I would return these to Ulta if I got them at Ulta, but now I'm stuck with them, and that's okay. I'll probably do a giveaway and give them to someone. But I don't love them, but it's okay. I have it in my kit if I need it. So do you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to play with something for a couple weeks. And this is what I love about Saint is they have a 30-day return policy. You have 30 days to play with it. And if it just absolutely doesn't work and my videos don't help you and you just don't love it, return it. I don't want you to keep something you don't love. That said, if you are wanting to try Demi, but you are already connected to a Saint artist, Saint unfortunately favors the artist over the customer. Saint, and I love Saint, I'm not bashing them, this is just truth. Saint attaches you to an artist and you cannot shop with anyone else unless you use a party link. So my party link works most of the time, but you have to clear your cache, you have to clear your history, because if you sign into your Saint account, you're gonna be right under your original artist. So you have to use my link, you have to make sure you see my name and comment, or in the cart, my name will be at the top, and I can color match you for Demi, and that way you get the benefit of having me, a 25-year expert and color correction expert, helping you with Demi, and I get the credit because of my time and expertise and my party link. But you get to stay with your artist because your artist probably is a great artist and you love them and you feel loyal to them, and I want you to feel loyal to them. I'm not here to take anyone's business, but I am here to convert the world to Demi because I do think it was made for mature skin. Okay, subscribe if you want more content for the mature beauty category. It lets YouTube, it lets YouTube know that you are here for this content, and it helps me grow my mature audience, which thrills me. I love helping women. And check back Saturday for color correction from a different brand from Paris, and they ship internationally. Bye for now.